Hello, and welcome to week 7 of your breathwork and meditation class in this Yoga After Plastic Surgery series. My name is Kathleen Helen Listen, and I will be guiding us on a mindfulness and breathwork practice today for people who are 7 weeks out from their plastic surgery. So, the inspiration for today is I am well. And we'll start as we usually do with the cautions. If you have issues with anxiety, with breathing problems, with cardiovascular or blood pressure issues, please talk to your primary care physician before you start an intense breath work practice. And even if breath work is usually easy for you, if today you find yourself feeling anxiety, um, you find yourself lightheaded or dizzy, you feel a rapid heartbeat, you have shortness of breath, or any other symptoms coming up that indicate to you that it's not a good idea to do the breath work right now, go ahead and stop. You can still join us for the guided meditation part of today's video and just take a rest. And always, since we're doing a little bit of more intense breath work, it's always best to practice this type of breath work on an empty stomach. Try practicing in the morning or before exercise or breakfast. If you find that doing this deep, intense breath work on a full tummy is upsetting. So we'll start with some paired movement and breathing of our neck. So I'll invite you to take a position which is respectful yet alert with a straight spine. And then go ahead and inhale as we look up. And exhale as you look down. Inhale as you look up. Exhale as you look down. Inhale as you look up. And exhale as you look down. Return the head to a neutral position and then inhale as you look over to your right. Exhale as you look straight. Inhale as you look to the left. Exhale as you look straight. Inhale as you look right. Exhale and look straight. Inhale and look left. Exhale and look straight. Inhale and look right. Exhale back to the front. Inhale as you look left. Exhale back to the front. Now we'll take the ear closer to the shoulder. So inhale the ear down to the shoulder. Exhale up to the top. Inhale to the other shoulder. Exhale up to the top. Inhale. Exhale and lift up. Inhale, ear close to the shoulder. Exhale, lift to the center. Last inhale to the right. And exhale. And last inhale to the left. Exhaling up to the center. And then inhale the shoulders up and back. Exhale them down and forward. Inhale the shoulders up and back. Exhale down and forward. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, shoulder rolls, and exhale. Now let's inhale as the shoulders come back and up, and exhale as they come forward and down. Inhale, the shoulders back and up. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale and exhale with the shoulder roll. One last shoulder roll, inhaling to the top and exhaling back to the bottom. And let's one last inhale, the shoulders up, 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 up. And then exhale with a sigh and let them come down. Okay. Let's move on and start our breathwork practice with the stop technique. So I'll invite you to just stop what you're doing for a moment and pay attention as we take the next breath together. And observe, what are your current feelings and emotions? Are there any notable physical sensations in your body? We don't need to change or judge them. We're just here to observe them. And then we will proceed. And the first breathing exercise, I'll invite you to focus on breathing in healing energy and breathing out what you no longer need. So when you inhale, breathe in healing energy. And as you exhale, focus on breathing out what you no longer need. So we'll start with 5 minutes of 4, 7, 8 breathing. This will be a 4-second inhale, a 7-second pause, and an 8-second exhalation. We'll continue this for 5 minutes and I'll keep the time, inviting you to inhale, when to pause, and when to exhale. Your eyes can be open or closed, and I'll just invite you to be in that position, which is respectful yet alert. So we'll start with an exhale and then inhale, pause, and exhale. 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 We're about halfway through. Inhale, pause, and exhale. 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 And that is the end of 5 minutes of this practice. I'll invite you to start breathing at a normal pace for you and take a moment to check in with your mind, with your body, with your spirit, with your emotions. How do you feel different after this short 5-minute breathing practice? And now we'll transition into a guided meditation. This is a really good meditation for this period when we're 7 weeks out from plastic surgery. It can really be a time where everyone else and everything else around us seems to have returned to their version of normal, but we still have to understand that we ourselves are healing, even though we may see some good progress and we may have returned to many of our outward responsibilities. So I'll invite you to take a position which is respectful yet alert. Your eyes can be open or closed. And we'll start by taking a deeper breath in and a longer breath out. Breathe normally. And I'll invite you to consider, what are you doing to keep your inner peace? What self-care actions are you doing in your day to help you to keep that inner peace that we need? And now I'll invite you to consider how you can remind yourself to take it slow. What are some ways that you can make sure that you're still taking it slow, still allowing yourself to heal? I'll invite you to consider how can you remind yourself that it has only been 7 weeks since you were having surgery. It seems like so much has happened, but really it's still very early on in your recovery, and your body still needs help, and your body needs patience. And then finally, I'll invite you to focus on what self-care activities can you do that will help you to lower your stress levels. What tiny actions can you take throughout your day to help you to lower your stress? And then as we bring this short guided meditation to a close, I'll invite you to take a deeper breath in and a long breath out. And if you've closed your eyes, you can open them up. And we'll transition into Kapalbhati, or skull shining breath. This is more intense breathwork practice. So if you're not cleared for vigorous exercise, please skip this for now and just breathe gently. So Kapalbhati is a more intense type of breathing. We're going to put our hand on our abdomen over our belly button and gently inhale through the nose and focus on exhaling forcefully through the nose using our diaphragm. So we're going to inhale naturally and exhale forcefully. We're going to start by sitting in a comfortable yet alert position with a straight spine. You can close your eyes if that feels comfortable, especially if you've done Kapalbhati before. We're going to repeat each session of Kapalbhati for a minute. You can get around 60 breaths. It may be less, it may be more. Then we're going to take a relaxation period in between our sessions of 30 seconds. And then we're going to do another 60-second session, another 30-second relaxation, a final 60-second session of Kapalbhati, and then a 30-second rest period at the end of this part of our mindfulness session. So I'll invite you to start by taking a few gentle breaths through your nose. Place a hand on your abdomen over the navel. You'll feel the navel get sucked in as you exhale using your diaphragm, and then gently pushed out as you inhale gently. So we'll start by breathing in and then exhaling forcefully. We have about 20 seconds left. Last exhale. And then inhale and relax. Place both hands on your thighs and breathe naturally for the next 20 seconds. So we're going to start again in 5 seconds. Go ahead and inhale and exhale. We're about halfway done. Last exhale, and then inhale and relax. Breathe normally for the next 20 seconds. This will be our last round. It's normal to feel a little tingly in the fingers and the toes. Guide you to inhale and exhale. About 10 seconds left. And last exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Breathe normally. And place your hands on your thighs and relax. It's normal to feel tingly in the fingers and the toes. Join me by taking a deeper breath in and a longer exhale out. You can open your eyes if they were closed. And I'll invite you to just take a moment here to feel into your body, into your mind, and into your spirit after this intense Kapalbhati practice. And now I'll invite you to join me for another short guided meditation. Come into a position that's respectful yet alert. Your eyes can be open or closed. And join me by taking a deeper breath in. And then exhale. And I'll invite you to think of a place where you felt safe. This can be a specific place. Maybe it's somewhere that's available to you now. Maybe it's a place that you had when you were younger or in your childhood. For me, mine is at the beach on a warm day. And bring to mind that place and really sense into it. When you're in this place where you feel safe, what do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel in your body? Is it warmth? Is it sand? Is it sunshine? Is it a cozy blanket? Really bringing that place to mind with all of your senses. And then now that we've really felt that place with all of our senses, I'll invite you to turn to feel what your body is feeling right now. Where in your body do you feel that feeling of safety? Now I'll invite you to take a hand, and place it over your heart, maybe over your collarbones. Move the hand around a little. Take a deep breath. And I'll offer an invitation if you'd like to link that feeling of safety that you feel in your body when you thought about that place that made you feel safe. I'll invite you to perhaps link that feeling of safety to the action of placing that hand on your heart. Can you link that emotion, that visceral feeling in your body of safety with this hand coming onto your heart? So that maybe in the future, when you need to recall that feeling of safety, maybe putting the hand on the heart will help your body to bring it up again. And then in this way, you'll have a resource that you can turn to when you want to feel that feeling of safety. And if your hand is still on your heart, you can place it back in your lap. Let's take a moment to thank our bodies for showing us these feelings today. And thank our bodies for all that they have done for us in the past months, healing us after our surgery. And let our bodies know that we're here, we're taking care of them. And as we bring this short meditation to a close, I'll invite you to take a deeper breath in and a longer exhale out. And if your eyes are closed, you can open them, can wiggle your fingers and toes, just coming back into the present moment. And now I'll invite us to transition into a session of 5-5 breathing. So we're going to inhale for a count of 5 and exhale for a count of 5. We're going to be doing 30 breaths total. That'll take us 5 minutes, and I will keep the time for us. Your eyes can be open or closed. And I'll invite you to start by exhaling fully and then inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, exhale. 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 Inhale, we're about halfway through. Exhale. Inhale, 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 Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last inhale. And last exhale. We can let go of this breathing practice, come back to breathing normally. If your eyes were closed, you can open them. And I'll invite you to just take a few moments and feel into your body, how you feel after this 5-minute breathwork practice. Now we'll transition into an awareness of sound meditation. So your eyes can remain open or closed. We're going to take a few minutes here to focus on sounds in our environment. So I'll invite you to note the sounds in the room that you're in. We're taking time now to listen to sounds that are close to us. And now I'll invite you to change your focus and note the sounds that may be coming from farther away, from outside of your space. We are becoming aware of sounds that are outside of the space that we're in. And now I'll invite you to open your awareness to all sounds, sounds that may be inside of your body, sounds closer to you in your room, and sounds that may be coming from the outside. Becoming aware of all sounds in our environment. And as we close this short awareness of sound meditation, I'll invite you to take a deeper breath in and a longer breath out. And I'll invite you to open your eyes if they were closed and look around and note any changes that you see in your sight, in your sound, and in your emotions. And now, as we're coming to a close of this week's practice, I'll invite you to look into your body, sense anything that may have changed since you began this practice. Feel into your emotions. Have your emotions changed? Get a sense of your mind, your thoughts. And sense into your spirit. Has your spirit changed as a result of these breath work and guided meditation practices that you took time out of your schedule as part of your self-care? And let's take time to thank ourselves for taking this time to be with ourselves, to feel into our bodies, our minds, and our spirits. And I'd like to thank you for attending this week's Yoga After Plastic Surgery session. You can find more of the yoga videos at that link. And you can find my book, Plastic Surgery Recovery Handbook, on both paperback and Kindle. And you can find me on Instagram at Plastic Surgery Recovery Handbook. Thank you so much and have a great day.